Hey guys, how's it going? Alex Allgood from Broad Productions, and today I'm going to show you how to color correct in Final Cut Pro. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I am using Final Cut Pro 7, not Final Cut Pro X, the one that just came out, because it sucks. So here I am in this, and before I start this, sorry for any microphone problems. I've been having some problems with my XLR cable, decided to die on me. So you might hear some clicks, snaps, booms, bada bings, bada booms, pops, shoobs. You know what I mean. On Final Cut, I just imported my three pieces of footage, and I need to color correct them. This might not partake to you, but I shot mine in a very flat picture setting to increase my dynamic range. If you don't know what this means, basically means I shot in a very ugly, flat picture style. That way I get more detail out of my image and I color correct it. If you're confused about this or don't know anything about it, just research flat picture styles or flat shooting settings for HD video. It gets better quality out of your camera. But regardless, I need to color correct this because obviously this looks really, really crappy. So our first option would be to go into Final Cut. And before I start, this is a two-part tutorial. One, we're going to be doing color correction here inside Final Cut. Second, we're going to be doing the better option. I'm not going to give that away, but wait till the end of the video and you'll see. But this is the quick way. So you're going to go to the Effects tab at the top here. If you don't have that, you can always go to Effects, Video Filters, and you'll find it in here. But for right now, I'm going to keep it at this. So Video Filters, Color Correction, and you're going to want to do the Color Corrector three-way. Drag that onto our clip, double click our clip, bring it up in the viewer, go to the filters, bring that down. Now honestly, I never edit like this. I always click the visual button. That's just a bunch of mumbo jumbo. I want to see the actual colors. So I'm going to explain this to you and everything that it does. You have your blacks, which are obviously your shadows. Then you have your mids, your midtones, and your whites, which are your whites. And then these sliders right here adjust the luma levels of each. So you want your highlights to be brighter, you want your midtones to be brighter, darker, shadows darker, brighter, yada yada yada. Then of course your saturation. Oh my gosh, I got a text message. Seems like every tutorial I do I get a text message from the same person. But regardless, alright, so the first thing we're going to do is adjust the contrast. Usually you adjust contrast, then you color correct. So we'll adjust these sliders to get the desired look. And since I shot flat, we're going to take the shadows down some to get this black back in here with the shadow. Maybe wouldn't really mess with the highlights too much, but definitely bring the midtones down a little bit as well so you get a lot of color and contrast back like this. So if we just take this off the eye thing to start back, you have a super flat image to that. And I can assure you this looks better if I shot in a flat picture style rather than the standard. That's another story. So you want to fix your contrast first. And now let's go change the colors. We want this maybe to be a blue and yellow tint. So we're going to take the blacks. We're going to turn them just a tad bit cool. I'm going to just over-exaggerate this, but you see how this affects just the dark areas? This white is still white. So you now know, obviously you're adjusting your blacks, your darker colors. Some people think it's just the black color it's affecting, but no, it's just the shadows, it's all the dark areas. Just some confusion there. So we'll add a little bit of a blue tint. Mids, I don't even know, just kind of trying to be creative here. We'll give it a little green, get some life back to these trees. So now you have a little green there, maybe even take the blue down a tad bit more. And then on the white, we'll make it a little yellow. And one good thing about color correcting, and the basis of it all, is try to work with complementary colors. Back to art class from the 5th grade, that whole color wheel thing, yeah, I mean, like, kind of, sort of applies here. So try to work with complementary colors, making maybe your blacks a blue and your whites a yellow. Doesn't work all the time, but most of the time it gives a really pleasing effect because you have both colors inside your video. So we'll go ahead and just, I'm just going to exaggerate this effect, but you really don't want your video to look washed out. I see so many people who have videos like this. If let me make this a little bit bigger. whose darks look like this, and it's just awful. You still want to keep the original color in there, you just want to tint it a little bit, like that. See how it's just got a little blue, but it's still that original color? No, I don't want to save right now. Final Cut, God. Go away, Final Cut. You're not cool, okay? It's a cool club's meeting. Oh, God. I'm just a lonely kid in an apartment going to film school. But, we'll increase the yellows a little bit more. Hell, we'll even put the greens back in there. Kind of looks a little bit too saturated at the moment, but hey, you know, for the sake of this tutorial. So on that note, we'll bring down the saturation a tad, like that. Not sure if this is how I'd keep the video. Don't really like it particularly for this piece of footage. But hey, you get the point. There's this auto level crap right here. Don't ever click that. Professionals don't use auto, alright? You only use the good stuff. You get it customized because no piece of footage is the exact same. So you need to customize for that exact piece of footage. So make sure not to use the auto levels. Don't be a noob. Come on. And that's really all you need to know on how to color correct in Final Cut. Make sure to adjust your contrast first, then do colors, and then mess with saturation. So a three-way step, and remember not to exaggerate things. Only tint the colors slightly, and always use art tactics from the color wheel. You can look up anything. Look up your complementaries, your something minories, you know, all that cool stuff. Nothing too special. If you want to get more advanced, which this is the secret second part of the tutorial I was talking about, we can now jump into the program right here. If I bring up my dock, Apple's Color, which should come with your Final Cut Pro suite. It's a standalone color correction program that works with Final Cut from the suite, and it is awesome. This is not going to be in this tutorial, but a separate tutorial. And if you haven't noticed, there's been an annotation with the link to this tutorial. So if you want to get more advanced with color correction and make your footage as awesome looking as you can, go click on this and check out color and learn how to use it from my tutorials. I promise you won't regret it. It is a great program. I use it every single time I edit any piece of footage. A lot more tutorials on Apple's Color. And if this is the first time seeing my tutorial, make sure to, you know, subscribe, because I upload tutorials often and shorts and stuff. So I'm in film school, need some help, money, got to move out to LA, you know, gotta do the business, got to get in the industry. So all that would help. You guys are wonderful. Hope you enjoy. And if you have any problems or requests, put a comment below, or better yet, leave a video response. Thanks, guys, and have a fan-freaking-tastic day.